What's up, everyone? Just Jason here, going live on our Thursday evening. Hopefully everyone's having a good night. I realize this is Thanksgiving in the US, so if you're joining me, hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving for all those who are celebrating. Trying some new software tonight for live streaming, so if you can let me know. I can see that the video is coming through, but if you can let me know if the audio is okay, if it's too loud, too quiet kind of thing. Like I say, I'm just trying out OBS instead of StreamYard kind of thing. So let me see. So bear with me here. I'm just trying to get a couple of things working here, make sure everything is a-okay. Still see we got a few people in the chat already. Carrie was first in the door. Thanks for pulling up to the live stream, Carrie. Really appreciate it. We've got P&J's Homestead Adventures is in the house, and everyone's saying hi. We got KK's Travel and Education Vlogs here. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. It was okay Thanksgiving. I ate some food. Well, hopefully it was good grub on Thanksgiving, Carrie. Okay, thanks Paula. Let me know that the audio is good. I can turn it up or down, whether or not if it's coming through too loud or not loud enough kind of thing. I'm actually using my wireless mic with this setup. I've gone back to my DSLR camera kind of thing, just trying some different stuff to see how things work. Yeah, and the colors seem to be coming through quite a bit better with this setup kind of thing. I think it's broadcasting in higher definition than with StreamYard. Not sure what I'm going to do as far as what streaming service I'm going to stick with when it comes down to it, but I just wanted to make sure we have some options if we don't renew the StreamYard subscription, sort of when that comes up in March, which is when my yearly subscription is up for renewal. So we got Michael's Adventures in the house. Good to see Michael. Michael will have another. Michael's made his 4,000 hours of watch time to be fully monetized, so that's really cool. So that's definitely good news on that front. But Michael still has a premiere twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening. So everyone should check those out. Got Exchange Student 2 in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Tiffany's here too. It's good to see you all here. That turkey could be safe if he joins a band. They need a drummer with those drumsticks the turkey has. Yep, that's for sure. So, like I say, I hope everyone had, that had their Thanksgiving today, had a good day kind of thing. It was just a normal day for us here up in Canada. We got our first snow of the year this overnight and into the morning, so that's always interesting when that happens. Nothing stuck around by any means, so it wasn't anything really exciting, but yeah, it was the first snowfall, which I knew it was coming. I was kind of enjoying not seeing any snow up until this point, but like I said, it had to happen eventually, right? So Carrie had brisket and eggs with some sardines. That's a very nutritious meal, Carrie, that's for sure. I just had hamburger or Swiss cheeseburgers with fried eggs for supper tonight. So nothing super exciting, but just my typical. A lot of times on these Thursday nights when we're going to do a live stream, I try and do something fairly simple. Yeah, especially if if it's a little later when I get home from work, kind of thing. So hopefully you're all having a good week too. It's we went down to Niagara Falls. If you saw the video I put out on Tuesday, I think it was, we went down to Niagara Falls for a night, and just to check out the lights down that way. And we went to Niagara on the Lake because that's sort of like a little touristy type town with lots of little shops and stuff. So went and checked that out, and then we went to Niagara Falls on Sunday night to see the Winter Festival of Lights, which was really cool. It's been about 10 years since we actually went to see the lights there, so it is quite a bit different. They actually used to do a themed light show, so I think last time we were there, it was centered around Disney kind of thing, which made it a little nicer, or a little more exciting. But there is definitely some more. I like the interactive light things that they had there, the light displays. If you saw the video, they have light up teeter-totters. Like, it's just a long tube that lights up when you go up and down, and it actually plays music too. And then there was like 3 or 4 interactive light displays that were pretty cool. So it was good to see that it's not just all static lights kind of thing, because a lot of them are the same thing every year kind of thing with the trees and stuff like that. But then hopefully, if anyone that saw it enjoyed the video, it wasn't anything super exciting, but I figured I'd try and capture as much of it as I could and post it up for everyone to see that can't get there in person, kind of thing. Paula is saying we may get some snow this weekend. Wind bringing the temps down. Been raining for days. Yep, it's temperatures have definitely come down here. We're getting close to sort of being more seasonal. It's looking like it's going to be snowing like flurries for the next 6 out of 7 days. So we'll see what that brings, kind of thing. There's nothing, we don't have any big storms forecast anytime soon, which I'm thankful for as well. But Carrie's saying the last time we had snow here in Texas, we had the Snowmageddon when we had low temps and had trouble with electrical grid, and we had snow and ice. Yep, I think I remember that, Carrie. It's definitely doesn't take much in an area that's not sort of set up to deal with things like that. Here, getting a foot of snow overnight, it might cause a bit of an inconvenience in the morning, but life just keeps going on pretty quickly. The first few snowfalls anywhere in Canada usually brings out some car accidents and stuff like that, because people aren't used to driving in it for a few months, and then they all of a sudden they have to remember not to drive so fast and follow so close. So Brenda Foley's here. It's good to see you, Brenda. Thank you for coming in. Carrie's saying one of our local neighbors has a lot of big lights by the street, and I can see it from the back window. Yeah, there's quite a few light displays in our neighborhood here. We even have sort of one small town close to us that started just a fun thing where they're trying to get as many people to put up the same Santa Claus inflatable on their lawn kind of thing. So we went through there on the weekend, probably saw, 20, 25 of them. It's nothing super exciting, but it's fun to see sort of small towns get involved and stuff like that. So we got Big Family Expeditions here. Christy and Kenny, good to see you tonight. Thank you for coming in. Carrie Sam, in the 40s in the morning, then 60s in the evening. Yep. Texas isn't set up for snow. Now we love our hurricanes. Yeah, no doubt. There's a lot of places that they can't sort of, or their infrastructure can't deal with the sub-zero temperatures and the snow as easily as a lot of other places. So yeah, I can definitely see that kind of weather can cause chaos pretty quickly. Paul is saying we'll take New York winters over that. Yeah, that's definitely, would rather have snow over hurricane season for sure. So yeah, hopefully this this OBS software is working all right on your end. Seems to look okay on this end. Be nice if I can't really do much with the chat like the way I had the one thing I like about one of the things I like about StreamYard is being able to just highlight a chat on the screen kind of thing. So far I haven't figured out if that's something that you can do with OBS, but again, I haven't really done a lot of studying with the software. I basically just downloaded it and tried to figure it out on my own just to get it working to this point kind of thing. And then moving forward, I'll go and do some research and see what all we can do with it, see if we can do anything fancy with it. The one thing that I may need to keep StreamYard for, I don't know for sure, is to do the interviews, like having a panel on YouTube here kind of thing. Again, I don't know if OBS can handle that kind of stuff. So yeah, it looks like we have 5 thumbs up. Thank you for that. Yeah, if you can hit the thumbs up button, that would definitely be appreciated. It helps the stream. And then you may have seen Nightbot dropped a message there saying if you type #Thrive in the chat, Nightbot will drop the link to your channel so that everyone can check you out. Lots of great creators and viewers alike coming through these streams on Thursday nights, so everyone is definitely worth checking out. I know Tuber Chat was going to do a live stream tonight, but it looks like he's had to cancel it for tonight. So the next Tuber Chat live stream will be on Sunday, I believe, at 7 p.m. So if you are a Tuber Chat family member kind of thing, that's just the update I saw from Kevin today. So like I say, hopefully everyone's had a good Thanksgiving so far, and hopefully you're all having a good week. Nothing much new on the keto, carnivore, ketovore scene this week. No crazy, things going on like the whole element deal that we had a couple of weeks ago. So it's just getting into the, into the season where it is tough to avoid a lot of junky kinds of foods. But we just have to remember to do our best and not beat ourselves up about, what we sort of can't avoid. It is crazy looking at it from a standpoint of having been keto for, almost 6 years now. It's to see all the junk food that's out there, and how much more of it comes out this time of season. It's just, you definitely notice it a lot more. So, okay, what else is going on? Carrie's saying that he's dealt with hurricane season for so long time. Yeah, for a long time growing up. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people in that area, if they grow up in that kind of environment, it tends to just be part of life, I guess. It's just like up here, we're getting snowed in and having like minus 20 temperatures. That's just part of life here. So it's not something that really impacts us too much. So Carrie hit the like button 1 million trillion billion times +1. Well, thank you, Carrie. So that'll at least get another thumbs up. That's cool. Been an okay week. Just wish I could get another job. Jobs still suck to get. Yeah, it's well, like I said, I'm not sure what it's like here. It's been, lots of people. We've tried to hire people to do work in our company in the last sort of year and a half, and it's been really hard to find people that are willing to show up every day and work hard, and and then unfortunately you do find decent employees and then they move on really quick. So it's definitely been tough. Uncle Big Guy is here. Thanks for coming in. Oh, Paula ate 3 Oreos for dessert. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I'm just kidding. We all got to do what's right for us. If 3 Oreos is what you got to do, that's what you got to do. That is for sure. Carrie saying, I have a person I follow that does cybersecurity podcast, and he runs OBS, and he has the chat on the screen where you can see it. Okay. Yeah, like I say, I know it's possible to do. I just have to figure out how to do it so far. So, yeah, we'll get there. Tonight's just to sort of feel it out, see how it goes, see how it works for everyone. I played around with a couple of private live streams last night, trying my GoPro, my regular microphone, my digital camera, all that kind of stuff, see what I could figure out. Hopefully the wireless mic sounds okay and it does a good enough job, because I like having it, just on my shirt instead of having this thing sort of right in front of me here all the time. This mic does a good job with the audio, but it gets in the way kind of thing. So that's why I wanted to try the wireless mic. So we have a question from In the Middle of the Forest. What is your opinion of the new flavor of a quick protein with sugar in it? That flavor is the cinnamon. I really couldn't tell you, to be honest with you. I've never used a protein powder, mainly because I can't handle whey protein. Whey protein and me just don't agree with each other. It's just something I've never been able to use. But I didn't know, I definitely didn't know of this fact that there's a new flavor that has sugar in it. It's kind of disappointing that they wouldn't be able to find a substitute that works just as well as sugar. But unfortunately, I don't want to say that I really have much of an opinion on it, because I don't, again, I can't, my digestion can't tolerate a whey protein, and I just don't, spend my time with it. Okay, so she's saying, they're saying it's a beef protein. Okay, well that's good to know too. Again, I personally don't, again, I've stayed away from all protein powders for the most part. It's just the same reason I don't use keto chow or anything like that. Personally, and this is just my personal opinion, I'd rather sort of eat my meals. I don't ever not have time to do that. So, and I get tons of protein. That's all I eat, so I'm not too worried about that. But again, it is kind of odd that a company like Equip, which from hearing about it has always sounded like they've done a pretty good job of being a good quality product, I guess. I'm just trying to do a quick search here in the background to see if I can see the what you're talking about here. Equip Foods. Sold out cinnamon roll. I'm just trying to pull up the yeah, it won't even let me pull up the cinnamon roll product on their website because it's sold out. So I don't know, I can't even check the ingredients of it, so I'll have to take your word for it. But yeah, no, that's good to know. If anyone, Equip with sugar is this week's drama, like last month's drama with Element. Yeah, but I think the thing, and again, I don't want to talk too much about the Element kind of thing, but to me, it wasn't so much that it had maltodextrin in it, because that doesn't really shock me. I think the biggest thing was the way they sort of tried, and they did their best to not reveal this information to everybody. That's my only concern with it, because we've got lots of diabetics using the product, and things like that can really affect them. So that was my real problem with it. I'm assuming that this Equip product is listing the sugar on the ingredients, or at least I'd think they'd have to. But like I say, I'll look into it more, and it's definitely good information to know. Thanks for bringing it up. Saw a few more people come through the door here. We've got Gloria's Platter. Thank you for coming in, Gloria. Definitely appreciate you being here. Everyone's saying hi. Scratching Pete's in the house. Thank you for coming in. We've got T-Dog is here too. Thanks for stopping by from snowy British Columbia. Who else we got here? Michael's Adventures is still here. Bonnie is here from Ketogenic Woman's Family. Thank you for coming by, Bonnie. And then we've got Dustin is in the house from Keto Simple. Thanks for coming by, Dustin. Appreciate it. Hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving down there. And then I see Kristen, Bella's Whisper Farmstead, is in the house. Thank you for coming in, Kristen. I appreciate you all being here tonight just to hang out. Unfortunately, I didn't come up with sort of a topic for tonight. This was more just to shake down OBS and make sure it works out all right as a backup to StreamYard, if we choose to move away from that kind of thing once my membership is done with them, so I can have options before deciding if I want to, cough up the, I don't know, what is it, $420 some odd a year to use their base sort of base level product. So we'll see how it goes. See how much I miss. The one thing I like, the only reason I ever even purchased a subscription for StreamYard was to do recorded interviews. That was my sole purpose of having a subscription at the time, and you had to, I don't know if that's part of the free level now, but at the time, if you wanted to record interview or record video, you had to have you would have to have a paid subscription to do that. So that's basically why I even paid for it in the beginning. Gloria's got a question. Would you have live cooking shows? I've done 2 or 3. I don't know. I've done a couple of them, Gloria. It's got everything set up in my kitchen and did some, what did we do the first time? I can't remember. I think it's been 3. One time we did a frittata, and then one time we did some shredded chicken in the Instapot and made a sandwich out of it using the rye bread chaffles. I can't remember what the first one was, but yeah, it's something I will be doing more of. And I've mentioned this on the live stream before, is what it typically dictates when I'm going to be able to do things like that, is I wait until my wife is sort of out doing things with her friends kind of thing, which typically not this time of year, but usually winds up being once a month, like on a Wednesday night kind of thing. So that's I try and book schedule those out as far in advance as I can. But that's it. I just, it's not that I couldn't do it when she's home. It just sort of wouldn't be, she's not part of it. So it would be, she'd have to listen to me, talking to a camera for an hour while she's trying to do other things. So that's sort of the idea behind my live cook-alongs. Like Paul is saying there, we do, usually I try and do, sort of hook up my camera as one view through StreamYard, and then I just log into the stream with my phone as well, so that I can do a side-by-side. So like I talk to the camera, but then my phone is giving sort of play-by-play of what I'm cooking kind of thing. So it's a bit of a production, but I always have fun for sure. Yeah, Bonnie's saying nice to have an option. Let us know how OBS. So far, it's pretty good. Like I say, OBS is, from what I know of it, is there is a lot you can do with it. Again, it's just a matter of figuring out what those options are. Again, I just have to probably spend an hour watching a few YouTube videos, and I'll be able to figure out what all the features are and what I can do with it. I don't know if I can do, you know, 2 cameras hooked up. It's hard to say. Like, I've got my digital camera that I'm using tonight hooked up through an HDMI capture, like HDMI to USB capture card. And then my GoPro, you know, with the media mod case on it, I can hook that up to my computer through a USB cable and use it as a webcam as well. So maybe, I don't know, maybe there is an option. Like, there's always the option of only thing I've sort of figured out so far on OBS is there is the multiple. So there's definitely doing things like that, but I don't, that's as far as I've gotten with it. So, but like I say, as far as I know, and I've, you know, from what I've heard from other people, is that it's a pretty robust system. It's just not sort of a really easily, or not as user friendly as things like Restream and StreamYard kind of thing. So, or at least there's a fair bit more to setting up these features kind of thing. So, like I say, we'll figure it out. We'll play around with it. We've got lots of time to decide if we're going to use something like this, or if we're going to stay with the StreamYard. Okay, well, that's interesting, Paula. That's good to know, is that you couldn't hear me when I showed the other screen. See, this is why I do things like this, and now I realize that when you go to a different scene, it also changes your audio source. So again, just one of those things that is good to know. And you know, so thankfully I didn't, you know, go over there and you know, jabber away for 5-10 minutes without knowing that it wasn't doing anything. So yes, good test run. Like I say, I didn't want to do anything too complicated tonight, because we all know, anybody that's done live streams on YouTube knows that if something can go wrong, it typically will. Unfortunately, that's the way things go with YouTube live streaming. So Kendra has come in. Thank you for coming by, Kendra. No, not the end of the stream, Kendra. We're still got, you know, if everyone's still hanging out, we'll probably be here for another 25 minutes or so. We're just trying out OBS here for the first time to see if it see how it works, and make sure we're, you know, we can make use of it, kind of thing. It is pretty cool. Like, I was watching Kendra using it the other night, I think, and like, it's pretty interesting how you can change the size of the picture just by dragging it, kind of thing, which is, I'm not exactly sure if that's what that feature does for you, but you know, it's a feature, that's for sure. Everyone's saying hi to Kendra. Yeah, so far so good, Kendra. It's, you know, I think it does a better job of capturing, because the one thing I've always sort of been disappointed with in StreamYard, and even with the new version of StreamYard that gives you like the full 1080 streaming. Like it used to be, it was always, unless you paid, you know, for the top tier membership, you would only get 720p video. But the new sort of with it now, even your base level gives you 1080, but I was never really happy with how it came through on YouTube kind of thing. So ultimately that's why I wanted to try something like OBS to see if I can, you know, because I've got a 4K digital camera, I've got a 4K, you know, GoPro and everything, but it always seems like it was a really low quality video that was coming through. So again, one of the things that might be affecting, and I see Kendra saying that the camera is doing the same thing as ours, sort of goes grainy to clear to grainy to clear. One of the things with that might be my camera settings. I have to play with those a little bit. Plus I've got my main lights off in the room. I like to try and, you know, keep the overhead lights off, and then I just have a sort of ring light facing me behind the camera, and then obviously I have the lights on the wall at the back kind of thing. I just think having the main lights on kind of washes those lights out, so that could definitely be affecting the quality. So again, this is sort of a work in progress, just to see how we can make things better, you know, keep evolving, as they say. Mama Four Boys is here. Thank you for coming in with a question. Do you do keto or carnivore? I guess the honest answer to that is I'm definitely not carnivore. I don't think I could sort of sustain a carnivore diet, because I do enjoy, you know, vegetables from time to time. The way I like to put it is it's more of a ketovore type diet, so it's mostly animal protein with some vegetables now and then. The big part is for the last 6-7 months or so, I've been trying to heal some gut issues that I have using fermented vegetables like kimchi and sauerkraut, stuff like that. So and it's really been helping. Like, it's been making a big difference. So I definitely wouldn't want to give things like that up. And you know, I do enjoy, you know, a nice big Cobb salad or something every once in a while. I just don't put any of the, you know, especially if I'm out at a restaurant getting something like that, I just avoid any of the salad dressings that usually come with it, because typically those are made with seed oils and stuff like that. But so to answer the question, I'm not necessarily keto or carnivore. It's sort of somewhere in the middle. Hopefully that makes sense, kind of thing. Cruising Koozies is in the house. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate y'all being here tonight. That's for sure. Yeah, thanks for that, Kendra. Thanks for letting me know it's doing its job, kind of thing. Like I say, there's lots of settings I can probably change on my camera too. Like I have noticed that there's a little bit of jumpiness, not on my end here on my OBS screen, but I can see it in the live stream. It's a little bit jumpy. That might be the software having a little bit of a hard time keeping up with it, so I may have to adjust some settings here and there. So thanks for that, Cruising Koozies. Yeah, I like playing with the background. I've got a couple of, you know, I borrowed a couple of my wife's Christmas decorations to put up there for the night, kind of thing. So gotta, you know, want to go out and get some other fun stuff just to put on those shelves, kind of thing. And then I've got some more shelves to put up here eventually. So like I say, work in progress, you know, always trying to make things a little nicer, kind of thing. I noticed when you zoomed in, it started to look like I went back in time to 2004. That's a good thought, though. I'm going to check my lighting as well. Yeah. Cool. Thanks for coming by, T-Dog. Definitely appreciate it. A great off-grid channel there, Off-Grid Adventures with T-Dog. Definitely go check them out. Got lots of great homesteading channels that come through here. So again, if you want to drop your channel link, just type hashtag Thrive in the chat, and Nightbot will drop your link for you. And then you know, everyone should go check everyone out here. Everyone here is our great supporters. We all have different content for the most part, but you know, I think that's what makes things fun. You know, I keep thinking about it lately, and it just seems, I don't know. I'm really happy that sort of 2 years ago I decided to not sort of stay too focused on only following, you know, and being involved in sort of keto channels kind of thing. You know, that's primarily what this channel's about. There is, you know, some things that aren't specifically keto, like my Festival of Lights video this week. Like, that's got nothing to do with keto, but it's just fun stuff that I like to put out once in a while. So, but branching out and getting to know other creators with, you know, channels that have nothing to do with what you do, and getting to know them and you know, all that, I think was a huge step forward in my YouTube journey. So I definitely, you know, would recommend, if you're a creator, is to get out there and, you know, even if, you know, another creator is doing something that's not necessarily the same content that you're doing, getting to know other creators, you know, being involved in their communities, all it does is help everybody grow. And, you know, that's what we all want out of YouTube. At least I think that's what we all want. So BJ's Misadventures is here. Thank you for coming by. Definitely appreciate it. It's good to see everyone here tonight. I set up this live stream forgetting that it was Thanksgiving in the US, so I wasn't sure, you know, how many people would be on YouTube tonight, but just wanted to come on here, and I do like to try and stay consistent and be here every Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, whenever possible, kind of thing. So I haven't done it yet, but I have what I'm hoping will be a good chaffle recipe that will come out on Saturday. I just picked up everything I need for it today, so that will likely premiere at 7 p.m. Saturday night. But yeah, we'll just leave it at this one was inspired by Tiffany from Canadian Family Life, and then we'll sort of go from there and see how it turns out. It's got some ingredients that really can't go wrong with, so, you know, I'm looking forward to giving it a try, see how things turn out. So yeah, everyone, like I say, anyone that wants to drop their channel link is welcome to do it. Nightbot will do it for you. Everyone can check each other out. Yeah. I just saw from my YouTube window that I have open that the chat disconnected and then reconnected. I don't know if everyone has noticed that recently on live streams. It seems to be happening quite a bit, so I don't know what's going on with that, but it's, you know, doesn't seem to affect anything, but it's just weird that I've seen it a lot more BJ's Misadventures. I've been using OBS for a long time. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to ask. Yeah, like I say, I'm at this point, I just installed it yesterday, so I'm just trying to figure out the basics for today. You know, and as we go forward, I want to feel it out, see what all I can do with it, see if I can replace StreamYard with it to a point where, you know, I can deal with some of the things I can't do with this that I could do with StreamYard, as long as some of the bigger ticket items are achievable with this software kind of thing. So far, I enjoy using it. It's fairly, you know, fairly straightforward. And I guess once you get everything set up the way you like it, you know, and you've got your scenes set up and all that, then it looks like something that would be pretty easy to navigate, you know, on an ongoing basis kind of thing. So yeah, definitely lots of educating to do, or self-educating kind of thing. Using single monitor or multiple monitors. Yeah, I've got my OBS running on one monitor, and then I'm monitoring the actual YouTube live stream on a second monitor. So I do have multiple monitors going. So it's I do have it set up like that. So, you know, if that is something that helps do different things with OBS, then, you know, I'm already set up to do that. So I always like to keep an eye on the actual YouTube live stream, just to make sure everything is still going okay there. Not that I necessarily have to, but I usually have it running on one screen, and then whatever, if I'm using StreamYard or whatever, it's just running on the other screen. So looks like people are connecting with each other, so that's good. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, Paul, the chaffles this week won't so much be about the chaffles themselves. They're just going to be sort of part of the recipe, but like I say, hopefully it turns out to be something that people are happy to see. I guess one thing, and I don't know if anyone even noticed it, but and I know P&J's, they shared my review video from last weekend. I had some salsa from Buc-ee's that we got in Kentucky kind of thing. So I did a review video of it. It's like a super spicy Carolina Reaper salsa kind of thing. So I put that video out as my normal weekly premiere on Saturday. It's not there anymore. I don't know what happened with that video, but YouTube did not put it out to anybody. Basically, it was, you know, as if it did not even exist. So I was, you know, I don't know about the rest of you, but typically if I have a video that is basically not seen by anybody within the first 24 hours kind of thing, I usually just get rid of it, because I don't want the analytics of one video that for some reason YouTube just decided wasn't going to get seen by anybody. That I don't want that to bring down the channel's sort of analytics. So that's sort of the explanation. If anyone was wondering, I see Paul was saying that they noticed it was gone. That's why I took it down. Like I say, it's a lot of people just put it up and they don't worry about it, but I keep an eye on these things, because typically I only do one video and one live stream per week, so I'm usually keeping pretty good tabs on what's going on with it. And this isn't to, you know, I don't want to sort of come off as bragging about it or anything, but at this point, usually my weekly video is 300 plus views on a consistent basis. So when I saw a video that wasn't getting any views after, 24 hours, that was kind of, it was definitely odd to me. So again, that's why I just, it wasn't anything special. It wasn't, wasn't a great video. It was just a review video. So that's why it's not there anymore. So that's about it for that. So BJ's Misadventure, that's fine. You can use graphics from your computer to create your own background and just everything else. Just make sure you have it set up layers in the right order. Video first. Okay. Yeah. Layers on top of the video. Okay. Like I say, I'll do some research on it. I know Kevin from Tuber Chat uses OBS, and he's got his video, and then he's got his, wheel of names, and then he's got like all sorts of different panels going on in the same window. So I know it's possible. I just haven't sort of figured it out for myself. But like I said, I just installed the program yesterday, so we'll get there for sure. Shane's here. Thanks for coming in. Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja. Another fellow Canadian. Thanks for coming in. Definitely appreciate. Miss Steve and Tina Jewell coming in the house. Thank you for coming. Middle of 4, starting 12/2/24. I'll be starting my annual 40-day fast, and we'll be documenting on my channel. That'll be interesting. I think the longest I've been able to do on a fast was like 52 hours, something like that. It's definitely an experience. I can definitely say that there's no way I would be able to do 40 days, but that would be interesting content. I think it's fasting is still a fairly hot topic, I find, on YouTube. Sort of like, you've got fasting carnivore, still very, very hot topic on YouTube as well. I keep thinking to myself that I could probably double the size of my channel pretty quickly if I just changed everything to carnivore, or at least it seems that way when I look at what's going on. So Matt Mouse in the house, thank you for coming by. Hopefully you're doing well. More Canadians here. I see BJ's Misadventures is Canadian as well. Cool. Lots of Canadians in the house. Tiffany is here too, another Canadian. So yeah, it's good to have y'all here tonight. Scratch and Pete, another Canadian. Good to see everyone tonight. Oh, we've got Brett, the Jedi Cantina. Sometimes it can take a week for a video to take off. Just leave it up. I completely agree, Brett. It's one of those things though where with this particular video, I understand that it can definitely, that's usually why, you're right. Most of the time my videos will just steadily get views for the first week or so, and then they'll just die off. But what I'm talking about is this video got not one single view in 18 hours. Like that's for my videos, that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So all that only tells me is that it was not being shown to anybody. Like even my crappiest video will get, 1 view a day, whereas this one wasn't. So again, I'm not, it was never going to be a 10,000 view video, so I'm not really too worried about it, kind of thing. So, but that was just my sort of reasoning behind why it's not there anymore. Hey, at the end of the day too, I've still got it. If I really, it would be, maybe it would be an experiment where a month from now I re-upload it and just see what happens. Maybe it's just, maybe it was just a glitch, and you know, it never got posted anywhere. So we'll see what happens. So because it was released as a premiere on the Saturday night, and I think it got 20 views during the premiere kind of thing, and that's pretty consistent for every week. But then after that, it just didn't get any views, which was weird, you know, just YouTube doing the YouTube thing. So I'm not concerned about it. It was just weird. Middle of the forest fasting is quite euphoric. It certainly is. Even at 52 hours, the one thing with me, I couldn't sleep at all. I was so wound up after 52 hours. It was just crazy. Cruising Koozies, got to run. Thank you for coming in and spending some time with us tonight. Definitely appreciate it. Matt Mouse, maybe the stateside peeps have turkey coma. Yeah, could be. Shane's asking Tiffany if they're getting hit with the snow tonight. We were supposed to be, Shane, raining right now, but should change to snow. That always sucks when it rains and then turns to snow. But looking back over the last 2-3 weeks, if it had been snowing the whole time that it rained, as much as rain we've had in the last 2 or 3 weeks, we'd be buried in snow. So Kendra's saying hopefully she hopes they get snow soon. Yeah. To me personally, I'd rather just get it over with and sort of start giving us our normal winter anytime now. Because I'm kind of worried what kind of winter we're going to wind up with here, and over the next couple of months we could be shoveling our way out every week kind of thing. BJ's Misadventure should try dual cameras like I've done. It's cool, one side view, one face view. Yeah, that's what I was saying too. Like I've got right now, I'm just using a digital camera on an HDMI to USB capture card, and then I've got my GoPro here that I can set up as a webcam as well. You know, I could have this off to the side or even behind me or whatever kind of thing. So all part of the learning curve. We'll figure it out. It could definitely come in handy for doing my sort of live cook-alongs kind of thing. To be able to have multiple cameras working at the same time. So, because you can do it with StreamYard, but it's a little bit clunky kind of thing. It's not supposed to work, but you can make it work. One of the biggest challenges is getting the audio to work properly that way. But yes, Shane, I am in Ontario, southwestern Ontario to be specific kind of thing. Like I say, we have had a ton of rain the last month or so, but today was our first sort of any kind of visible snow. When I woke up this morning, there was a little bit of snow on the ground and then on the windshield of the truck. But it was gone pretty quickly. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's winter in Canada. I know what's coming, so I'm not too worried about it. Tiffany's saying that it's going to be very messy. Yeah, rain changing to snow is never good. And like Shane's saying, and then when it changes back to rain, when it warms up, that makes things even worse. So BJ's Misadventures is in BC, but originally from Ontario. Cool. Yeah, got lots of Canadians in here from the East Coast, West Coast, sort of in the middle. Well, maybe not in the middle, but yeah, it's good to see everyone here tonight. So I think that's probably about it for this week. We usually just go for an hour. I think this was a fairly successful, first test of OBS. So we'll try and do some more things each week as we go along. If I do a panel or recorded interview, it will probably be done with StreamYard. but we'll try and keep building up this setup moving forward, so that once the StreamYard subscription runs out, we don't have to worry about, you know, coughing up that big chunk of money to resubscribe to that going forward, kind of thing. So that's about it. Hopefully everyone you know, has a great weekend. Again, we'll have this week's video should be out Saturday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be set up as a premiere, so hopefully everyone can make it to that. Hopefully everyone has a great weekend, the rest of their week. Thanks for that, BJs. I will definitely contact you if I need any, or if I have any questions. Middle of the forest, real name Jerry. Okay. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the stream. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. We had a few questions and quite a good group of people in here tonight. As always, I appreciate you all being here. Till next week, keep on thriving.